Alright guys, back to the reassembly. First things first, if you don't have two people, you're going to need a crowbar or pry bar like this, because the secondary spring is so hard to get on. It either takes two people, one to hold it and one to start the bolt, or you got to have a pry bar so you can hold the spring tension in so you can start the bolt by yourself. I always like to use a little blue Loctite on the threads just to be safe so nothing backs off. You need to put this bolt where you can grab it, and it'll be real handy because you're fixing to need it. Your machine secondary goes together like this. You put your sleeve in, and your sleeve will bottom out up against this bearing once you put it all back together. Your helix and spring, you can go on and put your spring on, take your helix, and if you'll notice, you've got 3 open voids in the clutch. You've got your helix, it's got these 3 ears. I always take the helix, put one of the ears up at 12 o'clock, you'll see, and then I try and line this void in the clutch up with it, because you have to, the helix actually has to recess down in these voids. So put your helix on, and you see the ear is 12 o'clock. I take the clutch and hold it with one of the voids at 12 o'clock, and I try and slide it all together. Now I'm probably not going to be able to talk much on this one because it's a pretty tough one-man job. So y'all just bear with me. Put your clutch on. You can use the pry bar and get it up against the bottom of the frame there, and use it to push in. And once you get the clutch in, grab your bolt and start it. Alright, and bolt started. Look back there and confirm that your helix is lined up properly. You can go in and tighten it up. One easy way to confirm that everything is okay is by take your bolt you spread your secondary open with and thread it in and go on and start it. And once it starts and engages the clutch, if it presses the clutch open, the helix is lined up properly. Because if the helix is not lined up, this clutch won't open, because the helix, the clutch actually pushes through the helix, and you know, and so as long as the clutch will open, it's okay and you're ready to go. If the clutch will not open, then that will mean your helix ear is touching the back of the clutch. You need to pull it back apart, re-index the clutch, make sure the clutch and the helix are lined up. Now once that's open and you confirm that it is it's all lined up, I want to go on and snug this bolt back up a little more. That's about all it takes. Once we got our secondary open, we want to take and get our primary bolt ready to put back together, and just dab a blue Loctite on it, as you can see. Don't forget, you'll have a yellow washer in your assembly. I usually sit it right on top of the clutch. You put it on the bolt and it'll sit on this shoulder here, and it centers the end of the bolt up with the end of the clutch. You'll take your clutch completely assembled and ready to put on, align your belt marks, rotation is forward, you want them facing forward. You'll take the clutch and slide it right over the belt, right over the secondary like this. Put your clutch on. Once your clutch is on, give it a good twist to make sure it's lined up on the crankshaft. Start your bolt by hand. Lock it down. Now once you've got both primary and the secondary on, let your bolt out of the secondary, and take your secondary and turn it. Roll your belt back, and that tightens it. Tightens your clutch up. That squeezes the secondary closed and gets your belt to the top of the secondary. You can see there's between a 1/4 inch and 5/16 of an inch of the belt protruding above the secondary. Make sure it looks good like that, and you'll see that it will roll backwards, but it will not roll forward. That's the one-way bearing, keeping the belt from rolling forward.